You have to make peace with that if you want to be a career-driven woman.
Our parents left everything they once knew.
اللي واقف قدام أحسن منك لا تعدي تستني الناس ليساووا لك ما حدا رح يساوي لك شيء.
Oh, pause. I'm going to pause you right there.
What does having it all mean to you? Welcome to Kazouza Hamra. I'm your host, Nora, and today we're asking a question that sounds empowering, but might actually be misleading. Can Arab women have it all? And to answer that, I'm joined by women who are each living very different versions of that reality. Yalla Kuku, a well-known influencer, rich in wisdom, life experience, and family values, offering a powerful generational perspective, and who's also a wedding planner for nudies, more specifically Gym Nudie. So shout out to Gym Nudie. Selma, a 25-year-old business owner and a trader representing ambition, independence, and the next generation of Arab women. And then, of course, my girl Amal, who holds a master's degree in counseling psychology and is on her path to becoming a therapist, bringing insight into emotional wellness and identity. All right, ladies, I'm so excited to have you guys all here. For starters, happy Arab Heritage Month. And all of these Arab women here are very powerful, very beautiful, very intelligent. So hopefully we're going to have a really nice conversation.
Yeah.
And one, how are you guys feeling?
Great.
Right?
Good. You ready to get criticized online by all of our, our people?
It's my favorite thing.
It's our favorite thing. Our last one, people definitely went to town and some
happy
comments.
about us.
Anywho, so I want to start with, what does defining having it all mean, right, to you? Like, what does it actually mean? I guess, who would like to take the lead on this?
Having it all,
What does having it all mean?
For me, having all would mean in my situation, a family, a husband, my career, my kids, everyone all happy. That would be my family living close to me. That would be having it all.
Okay. Yeah. Salma, how would you define having it all?
I feel like I do have it all right now. Just been focusing on my career, building my business, really focused on that. So at this current moment, it just seems like that is my main focus right now. Maybe in the near future, marriage or kids might be in the play, but as of right now, I feel like I already have it all. Alhamdulillah.
I love that. Alhamdulillah. Yalla Coco.
Yeah, I never felt I'm gonna be here someday. Yeah, it's amazing to be here. I have all, thank God. I went to the top, but I still say I just start everything from zero. So I always goes up and up. I have my family, my kids, my career, everything. Thank God.
So you feel like with your career, your kids, your family, you do have it all.
Thank God.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, for me, I feel like how I would define having it all is having meaning in what you do.
Yep.
Right? Because it's so subjective when you think about having it all.
Yeah.
Like, what does it mean? And it's obviously going to vary from person to person. You're saying it's you having your business right now. You're saying having it all in terms of career and household. You also family, career, that's very important.
Yep.
For me, it's just having meaning. And do I feel like I'm adding value in some way to my life, to my kids' life, to my husband's life, to society? And that, I think, for me, defines having it all.
Yep.
What do you think does society put pressure on women to have it all? And what is this? Let's say, we'll start with social media, right? Social media gives us these ideals that we have to have it all in terms of you got to look good, right? You have to have a great body. You have to have a good career. You have to be able to manage your household, which obviously we know so many women are struggling with this balancing act of managing your second shift at the house while also maintaining a career.
Time, everything. Just if you a day before, at night before I sleep, I organize my second day. Everything, timing, how I'm gonna do it, time to time. Everything have all each section do it in a perfect way. Yes, schedule myself very good. That makes me happy. I can just. I think organize it the most important thing.
Right, it's organization.
I genuinely think it's support. What support do you have? How could I possibly manage my family and manage a career at the same time if I don't have the support? So I do think that one of them gets challenged in a way. For me, obviously, it was my family that got challenged.
Yes, of course.
But
you know how in our culture, and I know I can speak for the Syrian culture, there's so much pressure. As a kid, I always felt it. لازم تصيري ست بيت، لازم تعرفي الطبخة، لازم تهتمي في جوزك، تهتمي في أولادك. And you're always taught to take care of everyone but yourself. I was never given
the last one.
I was never given messages hey, you got to take care. Well, I will say خليكي ضعيفة، نامي، خليكي مثل اللعبة. You have to look good. So that pressure was there of my weight. I've always struggled with my weight growing up because of the cultural pressure I felt to stay skinny. That was always a thing. But I was never really taught how to take care of yourself in a sense. You know what I'm saying? It was just like with the jawazi, like the goal was always marriage.
Yeah.
Right? That was having it all, I guess. You get married.
Yeah.
تهتمي في جوزك, تهتمي في بيتك, تهتمي في أولادك. And that is having it all. But is it having it all?
Sacrifice yourself for your family and for their lives. That's how we were born and raised. And I think that's totally wrong. I think that
this was old ones. No.
it's everybody.
It's different?
Absolutely different. It's not like before. We have like 30%, 40%, but most of them, they study, they have their own businesses, they have, they get married, they can manage between this and this, but it's not like before. Like me, I don't tell my daughter get married first. No, go college, be power, have your own business, then have family. So it's be absolutely different.
Yes.
So even the husband, when he saw you like you are strong, you study, you have your college, you have your business, absolutely everything is going to be different from his side, your side. Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely think it differs from family to family though, because like, my mom definitely emphasized like education on me and my sister. And she would always say like, your education is your weapon. Like, your education is your slah. Like
especially if you are a girl, you have to have your own, like graduation business. You have to be powerful or something.
For sure, But then there's the other aspect of it where it's like, okay, you got your education. Now what's next? Marriage. And it was never like, I mean, I can't really say that my mom had ever like pressured us to get married, but it was always like, okay, like it was always something that would come up.
Yeah, like it's mentioned, like this.
Second plan, always second plan.
That seed is planted. Like that is the goal ultimately.
And they do like my mom will come back like every couple months, and she'll bring it up again, and it's just like the seed gets planted. And then they do water it like little by little in hopes that like, something sticks. So I feel like it definitely differs from household to household.
But hala, this idea that we were told like having it all means just like تهتمي في بيتك, take care of your house, take care of your husband, take care of your kids. Is that like an important idea, you think? Like, where did that idea come from? Maybe Inti, like you would have more knowledge on this, because you were raised in Syria مثلا. Where do you think this idea came from? مين حط هالفكرة ده المرأة بس مشان البيت وجوزها وبس؟
هلا نحن اهالينا اجدادنا كلياتنا هيك تعلموا رجال اوتسايد المرأة. هلا نحن في مثل بيقول الرجال جنة والمرأة بنا، يعني he grabbed the money and she built it. So نحن هيك we raised like this. مع السنين والايام everything different. بلشوا الصبايا يروحوا على الجامعات، بلشوا start their own business، بلش it comes different step by step. عرفتي؟ بس دائما بيقولوا لك هي سنة الكون انك تتزوجي، يعني اذا كل وحده وقفت عند شغلها عند حياتها it's gonna stop. So سنة الكون اوكي شوفي حياتك جامعتك بعدين there's another step. هلا انت وقت بتكوني بالعائله، وقت بتتزوجي بيكون عندك عائله، انت طريقه تربيتك للاولاد different، طريقه تعاملك مع المجتمع بتكون مختلفه كتير، بتكوني قويه you know how to knowledge your kids، شلون تربيهم. هلا كتير في فرق بين الست الدارسه المتعلمه شلون طريقه تربيتها، والست اللي هي بس ربة منزل. كتير بتلاقي فوارق من طريقه الدراسه، التعليم. Everything's different.
What do you think would be like a difference? Give me an example. Like what would be different?
هلا بتلاقي شوفي الامهات بتلاقيها بس تكون متعلمه make sure انه كل اولادها يوصلوا لمرحله تعلم بزنس. اما الست اللي ما متعلمه بتقلك معلش اتس اوكي ما صح لك دراسه، اتجوزي، بيسترك، بيصرف عليكي. عندهم هاي النظره انه الرجال هو دائما هو بيصرفك، هو بيسترك، هو حظك. هيك اغلبيتهم. بس بس وقت انت بتكوني الام متعلمه والعيله كلها متعلمه بيعرفوا ان الكارير از فيري امبورتنت. هاد هلا الزواج بيصير امتى ما كان، بس هو كله بيعتمد على النصيب. قد ما انت اخرتي وقت بيجي نصيبك بتكوني على اخر سنه. انا اخر سنه ادب انجليزي صح تزوجت، تميت صريت وكملت دراستي ما وقفت. عرفتي هو كله عن نصيب، بس يعني دائما it's going to be like control between this and this.
It's a sacrifice, right? Like you're not going to have it all, really. That's where
I don't think. I mean, I don't want to say you can't have it all. I just think you can't have it all at once. There has to be moments or seasons or certain stages of life where something needs your undivided attention, and then you move on to the next thing that's going to need your undivided attention. But ultimately, I always go back to, is it adding meaning? But you touched on something that's really important. The financial aspect was, I know so many women and so many people who are watching this definitely struggle with the financial aspect. And I have been beginning to change my perspective that I know we're raised in our culture to believe the men have to provide 100%, which I guess it's the idea itself, it's romanticized. I think it's cute, you know, like, who would them fini 100%? I don't have to do anything.
It is their responsibility, like religiously though. Like,
yes, it is. But I also feel that because they hold, like at the end of the day, and again, I could be wrong. Okay. I'm not saying I'm right when I'm saying this. Who holds the money holds the power. Yes. Yeah. And if you have the power, when you actually want to pursue a career, when you want to pursue something for yourself, then you are met with some pushback.
Right.
And that is where I think the problem lies, because again, because he has that religious responsibility to take care of things financially, our men are using that in order for them to prevent us from, and next thing, not all, right? Like my husband's not one. My husband encourages me, alhamdulillah. But what I'm saying is men could potentially be using that power over you to say, well, no, you're not going to pursue your degree. You're not going to be doing this. So now you're left to like, oh, so in order for me to make this decision, I now have to like get a divorce or leave my husband.
So that's what happened
Then
to me.
where's the finances going to come from?
Exactly.
So before you get into I just think now I'm changing my perspective, and that I think financially we both should be contributing, because that gives us equal power in the household.
Absolutely.
That's where I
think today, it would be a healthier dynamic if both were contributing, both were making money, and one wasn't completely dependent on the other. Because that's what happened in my situation, where I was completely dependent. I wanted to go to school, and that's it. The finances were held back. I was cut off. I'm still cut off. I'm still going through, trying to build my life, in the sense that why it's so unfair that I sat back and I gave my kids the time that they needed. I gave them 8 plus years raising them. And then it was my turn. And I got left in the dust. I got nothing, and I have to rebuild everything from scratch. And that's not fair. Like, why are we raising our daughters to think this way? To think that in the deen, they should be taking care of the women. They should lead. They should take care of things financially. But look what happens. Who's holding them accountable for when they stop?
Right.
When they stop contributing financially, because they're mad at you because you went to go pursue a career. You went to go.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Whoever holds the money holds the power. That is just the reality.
That's why most of them, أغلب الرجال, they don't like the woman to work. They want her to stay home with the kids. We're gonna, spend, just enjoy. They want to be the power. But when وقت المرأة بتشتغل, it's gonna be like even, and they don't like that. But بهذا العصر بهالوقت, you cannot stay home. There's nothing to do. It's not like before. Everything changed. يعني نحن من أيامي, like 20 years ago لهلا, everything is different. You cannot stay home. You have to work. Even they can imagine themselves. Like I have one of a family I know. He work night shift and day shift because the wife is not working. So he just running. So she have to work. She's taking care of the kids, but they cannot. They have bills. They have a lot of stuff to do. So it's not like they have to work. They have to be even.
The other aspect, which could be totally off topic right now, I also feel like our men, especially again going back, if you're marrying somebody from back home, and if they make it here, they do very well here. The men have pressure to send money back home. So that means they're cutting off like money from your household, and they're sending it back home. But this could be entirely a different topic. I know a lot of the men are under pressure. Like, I'm the one that made it out of Syria. I'm the one that made it out of Palestine. I'm the one. So there's a pressure of stress that they have to now take care of the people back home. Right? So that means your household is getting less money now, or you're not getting what you should be getting, and it's going to his family back home.
I think another good point she kind of mentioned is that it's such a different time. Back then, we were living in a village. We were living amongst other women where it was fun and easy, and everybody was helping each other with the kids and all that. And now
very
here,
family, very love, everybody love you. Now, no.
Everyone is secluded. There is no one around you. You're on your own. It's such a lonely time to be a stay-at-home mom. It really is. Like, I remember feeling so alone.
Even when we stay at home, each kid have his phone. Sometimes I call my daughter. I say, "Can you drop me water?" He's in the kitchen. She's in the bedroom. Then I say, "No, it's gonna take too long." I say, "Listen to me. So you can have your phone like couple hours at night, at dinner time, lunchtime. We all have to gather at night. We have our family hour, I call it. So we leave our phones. We don't know nothing about each other. I say every night, 9 o'clock to 11, we sit in, we gather, we laugh, we talk, we have fun, we have. This is, I swear,
connection.
grab me some water, please. We just talk, we chat.
It's we're
It's
so
bad.
connected, but we're so deeply
disconnected at the same time. Absolutely.
You know, the person who had all the social media phone, they have planned to make a supper. رب العالمين بيقول لك الله مع الجماعة. So they try to make a supper each one. So عم يفرقوا كل واحد. يعني أنت ضمن عائلتك بتحسي حالك you're lonely. Even بالقعدات بالسهرات. والله مرة رحنا سهرنا المان and woman كل واحد قاعد على التليفون. 2 hours I've been watching them. Why you came out? He's in the phone. She's in the phone. They're just
and they're bored, and it's leading to anxiety, depression, stress, and their loneliness, because that is a real thing. We look like we're connected, but we're actually very disconnected.
Very disconnected.
Well, what would you guys say? Because I'm sure there's going to be people in our community saying, well, you know what, the woman who wants to have it all is being manipulated because it's the Western feminism.
I'm not going to lie, I don't even know what Western feminism even means.
Well, I feel like Western feminism more puts an emphasis on like demasculating the man, not letting him lead, not letting him play his role.
Oh, yeah.
It's more like you just hold the power, and and again, I could totally be wrong. I don't talk in terms like of absolute. I just, you know, I will always course correct. Whatever, if I'm wrong about something. But I think in Western feminism, there is this notion that men aren't shit, that you have to like demasculate them, don't let them be a man.
Yeah, I don't like that.
And then you as a woman, you need to do it all. I'm sure how many Arab women are actually leading their household because they're paying for everything, because the man is actually having more of a difficult time to maintain and find a job. Whereas women now are making more money. They are actually, not all of them, but and some women are better in position to make more money. That means they're taking care of their household. But it's adding stress. It's making the woman more masculine, right? Which I feel like in Islamic, I guess, feminism, we are feminine. And I love to be feminine. I don't want to be a masculine woman. I want to be a feminine woman. And I think Western feminism makes us more masculine.
Okay. I like that perspective. I would agree with you on that too.
Because
I would want a man to lead and to take care of me and for me to dress up and just be a lady, you know, and I don't have to worry about the bills, and I would love that.
100%.
Can we have it all?
Well, no, but they will come back and say, well, look, you're not cooking, you're not taking care of the home.
Oh,
but
right.
Does the Quran say does the Quran, and listen, I'm not a religious person, I'm not an imam.
She's touching on some territory.
Where in the Quran does it say I have to cook and clean all day? Where does it say it's my role? And it's your responsibility to provide me with a life that's going to simplify my life, because guess what? When I'm not stressed and I'm happy, you're going to be happy.
Yes.
You know, you're going to get more access to me if you guys catch my drift.
I'm sorry.
Like it eliminates a lot of the other factors.
It is.
But if you're putting that pressure, I have to cook, I have to clean, الغسيل, the kids, تعرفي الدوشة مع الأولاد, just the overstimulation of kids being around them 24/7.
There's a lot of women who work out and they do, like شوفي الرجال المرأة she can handle it out and in, man cannot. He can handle it out, but he cannot handle it in.
No, he can't.
لا إلي رجال. لا إلي رجال.
I love it.
يعني لا هلا شوفي دائما في نسبة قليلة، في رجال كتير قليلة يشتغلوا برا بس ما بيقدروا يقعدوا يدرسوا الأولاد يطبخوا وينطوا. They can handle it, but we're powerful. Sorry, man, but we are more powerful.
This is
we
true,
can do it in and out. رب العالمين حط فينا نحن حط رب العالمين بنقدر نشتغل برا بنخلي أولادنا يدرسوا. في كتير single mom, they're very successful women. In and out. Man, no, بتلاقيه he's outside, he have nanny inside. He cannot take care of it.
True. Or his mom.
Ghibli help at least, you know? But correct me if I'm wrong, and I don't know if you guys would know this. Doesn't in Islam, isn't it the man's job to instill religion?
Yes, actually.
It's not the woman's job.
It is the man's job, yes.
You know, like a lot of women get a lot of slack. Like, شوفي ما بتربي ولادك ما بتعلميهم هيك ما بتعلمي. But the religion, like
women
actually,
are always to blame.
it's your job to teach them religion.
It is.
Which is not saying I'm going to like not teach them, but I'm just saying like you're adding another responsibility. And I want to know where in Islam it says that.
It is. You know? I know this because when he was trying to do this divorce through the sheikh, he was basically asking for full custody because he was trying to tell the sheikh, like, I'm the one who's going to rabbi them, and I'm the one who's going to. I'm like, oh, so you're right. Why are we always the ones to blame?
It's just an issue. It's an easy way that we're always the problem. Anytime there's a divorce, it's always the woman's fault. It's never the man's fault.
Because before she was a saint and she was amazing. I mean, she was amazing. Everything she did was perfect.
I don't know where this notion comes from. Like I'm trying to see.
It's easier. It's easier to blame the women than it is to blame the men. It's easier to blame the women than it is to blame your son who needs to get married again and raise another family again. So you're not going to sit there and hold him accountable to everything he's doing wrong, you know? So that's the part where it's like the fine line, you know?
So I guess are we being lied to about having it all?
I think it's subjective.
I think we are. Yeah.
You think you are? You think it's subjective?
I think it's subjective because I'm sure there's some women out there who think having it all just means, having the husband who goes out and works.
Okay. Yeah.
She's the one who stays home,
That's
raises the
true.
kids, and she's completely content and happy with that lifestyle, right?
And
then
kudos to
there's-
her, by the way. It's not easy.
Yeah, 100%. And then you have like someone else who, to them, having it all means having the business or having a career, being also involved with the kids, having the perfect husband. It all depends. I really think it's like, because we're 4 women sitting right now. I bet you we all have different definitions of what having it all means.
Right.
So it's subjective. I really do think
Well,
that.
what do we say to people in our community, and I guess mostly men, who would say, hey, listen, don't educate your women, because by educating them, you are going to put them in a position to want to have more than the household and the kids.
It's true. Yeah, it's true.
It is true. Like, the more educated you are, the more you want to pursue
You realize how capable you are. And you realize who's the one that's always stopping you. Who's stopping you from furthering your career? Who's stopping you from going out and doing what you want to do and doing what you can do as women? It's usually the men.
I'm trying to think, are there any successful stories that, like, in the Middle East, let's say? I mean, I know we have our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and Khadija and everything. But in more modern time, of a man who's there by his wife's side while she, like, is in the spotlight.
I'm sure there's many, but
there is.
they need to comment or reach out because we need you on here, because we need you to educate everyone else on how to have a successful marriage and being someone who's supportive to your wife.
شوفي, by the way, getting married it's very easy. هي بس معادلة حياة. لو كل واحد بياخد his own section ما بيحاول، يعني هلا الرجال ما ياخد حياته أنا I am no، بس يكون في تعادل طريقة التعامل. شوفي الحياة هي خذ وعطي خذ وعطي. هو his stuff be nice, she stuff be nice, just خذ يعني
balance. It's like a seesaw. You're balancing.
It's very easy, but you should find the right person to balance you. It's not easy to have. I have a lot of chances to get married again, but like sitting home, I don't like to sit home after I work. I've been like 32 years I'm a house. Spoiled and everything. Now when I went out, I have all this. I cannot go sit home. Dreaming. Go sit home.
See, after you've had a taste of success, after you've had a taste of what you're capable of doing, why would you want to go back?
I have I have a lot of friends. They saw me like through social media. They say, "We know you're gonna do something. We know there's something inside you. You know that you can do something, but I have no chance to do it. I just sit in home, raise my kids, do like that's it, normal life,
cook and clean, and
but it's not a life."
Right.
Like we have like a lot of Syrian women. They went after what happened in Syria. They went like Germany, Sweden, well outside. They're very successful. They have their own businesses. They have. If they was still in Syria, they're gonna be in the kitchen cooking. But now they have their huge restaurant, 5-star restaurant.
MashaAllah.
Yeah.
And
I'd love to see that.
Do you kind of notice though, like the difference psychologically and mentally between these women who did stay at home compared to you? Do you remember how? I don't know,
burnt out,
and tired and miserable you were, or how you were criticizing others because you were home and you were like, I don't know, like these women that stay at home,
because you're projecting your
all
misery.
they're doing is gossiping and they're going together, they're gossiping, they're so miserable and they're judging you for being all over social media, for doing what you want to do.
بس إنهم بجواتهم بيحلموا. يجدوا هاللحظة.
We have like like gathering now. I don't go that much because when I go sometime I say, how can they sit like 2-3 hours sitting doing nothing? I sit for half hour. I say, okay, bye.
You need to keep doing it.
Because there's priorities.
I know,
but it's also the energy, right?
Time is very expensive. I never felt that time is that much. Only in USA, I can do a lot of things. When I look at I came back home like 11-12 o'clock. I say, oh, I have to go sleep now. I have a lot of stuff to do.
You're keeping busy.
It's beautiful.
You're so motivated.
I told you, I have this thought that if a video online that's like that went viral. It's from it's I guess an Egyptian show. شو هي الاسم? She's a really famous Egyptian actress. She's older now. بس هي قاعدة مع رجال بريستوران وبتقول هو عم بيطلب لها like he wants to marry her. She's like, okay, so I'm gonna cook, I'm gonna clean, I'm gonna do this. وانت حتعمل ايه؟ He's like هبقى جوزك. تقول له هتبقى جوزي يعني ايه؟ He's like هبقى جوزك يعني هبقى جوزك. He's like يعني ايه؟
أعرفها لي.
بس it's just like, yeah, so you want me to.
You sent that to me.
Like
that was so funny.
I did send it to you. Me getting married means I'm picking up all these extra roles.
Yeah.
Too. But what's your role? What are you doing?
How are you going to add to my life? How?
Right. He's like, I'm going to be your husband. So what does that mean? Like, what does that actually mean?
What are you going to add? Okay, Goldie, what are you going to add to me?
Yeah.
شوفي بالنهاية you need somebody. Like at the end of your life, you need somebody to lay down, talk. You don't want to be lonely. But you have to find the right person. If you don't find it, just stay. But you need somebody.
And I agree. I think you definitely you need a partner for sure, course, right? Because it's part of life's goals, yani. And even the stages of life, like when you enter adulthood, one of your goals is to find intimacy, to find love, right? That connection definitely eliminates stress, it eliminates heart attacks, there's a lot of value. But if you're in the wrong relationship, then what all that stress? خلاص روح حبيبي يعني افتح الباب. I'd rather be myself. What's the point?
That kind of stress is no joke. What it does to your body, what it does to your mind.
I'd rather be alone and like I guess happy to some degree, rather than being married and be miserable because you're mistreating me.
Yeah, we have access, easy access.
And by the way, going back to like our culture, like the Middle East, I do think it wasn't like that a long time ago. Like historically, it actually wasn't like that. Arab women, they were in leadership roles. And I can tell you, I have 3 women that for me, I guess they paved the way, right? I have my grand aunt, Huda, Allah yarhamah, I'm very much like her. She never got married. She was very wealthy, this woman. Very wealthy. She traveled the Middle East. She taught nurses how to be nurses. That was her, like she was a teacher. And she never got married and she was afraid somebody would take all her finances. So she died a single woman, right? Highly educated, traveled, lived her best life. And I have pictures of her, mashallah, what they were wearing back then. Wow. Amazing. I love this woman. Actually, I share some of them in the intro of the show. That's her. It's my aunt Huda. Allah yarhamah. Thank God last time I was in Syria, I got to see her. And she told me she was so proud of me. I can cry right now. I love her. Anyway, but now going back to my grandmothers, I have my mom's mom, who was a stay-at-home mom, 11 kids. She was a hunchback. All she did, this lady's house, when I remember Beit Jiddo, when Rual Beit Jiddo, the nadafah, I've never seen a house so clean. She بتغلي الغسيل على her little hunchback self on a little step stool going like this, cooking. Every time we finished a meal, مسح, to mop. It was immaculate. But then my dad's mom, she was career driven, right? Very career driven, but بيتها كان فلتان. I'll be honest. She didn't maintain it well. But I will also add, she had to take the role of a career woman because my grandfather died when my dad was very young. I think my dad was 18 or 21. So, and she had 5 kids, all of them under the age of like 11 or whatever, 10. She had to step up. But guess what? By doing that, her house was neglected, so it wasn't like as tidy, you know? So these are my 3 examples that I've seen in women in Syria. You have the ones who are stay-at-home mom, uneducated, but yet immaculate house. And then you have the one who traveled to the Middle East entirely, the educated woman, but beta faltan.
But let's measure the happiness of each one. Who is happier?
كل واحد بيلاقي
I see my
it's all subjective again.
It is all subjective, but if I had to give my perception as to how I saw my mom's mom, I didn't see her very happy. I see her just like I feel bad saying actually I shouldn't say khadame, but it was more like she's like the maid of the house.
Everything was perfectly
she couldn't stand up straight. She was just fresh. She was just skinny.
I also feel like back home and back then, women never really showed emotion or spoke about.
Yes, good point.
They never really spoke about how they felt anyway. And maybe till this day, it's like just very hard to speak about your emotions in an Arab household. Like there's no, how's your day? Tell me about it. Let's go in detail. There's none of that. So, and I'm surrounded by that now and I still see it to this day. It's just like they just bottle things in and it's obviously not healthy, but they never
showed
speak.
in her body. It showed in her body, in her posture. It showed.
My grandma. I feel bad for her.
She probably looked so tired.
كيف عشتي حياتك هيك like, and where 11 kids? What the hell were they doing? Right. How come no one's helping? What were they doing?
They probably.
My mom, one of them. Just like how is this woman doing all this by herself? I'm telling you, she's boiling the laundry. Like she's boiling.
My grandma used to do that.
This big. With a stick. With stick doing this.
كان يحطوا لها نيلة to make it white.
بس عليها بقول شو العذاب يا حرام. Like she ما عاش حياتها. ما عاش حياتها.
At the end of the day, who is coming to judge your house? Like, what do you care? Like I can't keep up with my laundry. now.
Yeah, no,
I'm
same
seeing
here,
it
girl.
now.
I mean,
Like I was a stay-at-home mom who did everything. Everything was perfect too.
Perfect, yeah.
But now
Now,
I
no.
cannot keep up with my laundry, and it's always
Laundry sucks.
It does. But like you said,
When
something
you don't
gets
have
left behind in
time,
your
when
home.
you don't have time.
Yeah.
But I think it goes back to what you said, having that structure. Like I think when it comes to like managing the home, structure and schedule has to like make sense. When this is something I am learning.
You're organized.
Right. The organization. I'm not as organized. I'll be honest. I'll never want to fake the funk for anyone. I am not an organized person in the house. My career, I'm very organized.
Yeah.
Like I have everything pinpointed for the week. I know what I'm doing. But when it comes to my house, I'm not as organized as I would like to be.
I know, yeah, same.
But I am learning to add more structure in that, like, hey, we get home, you have a quick snack, I start making dinner, you're eating dinner. You miss dinner, you don't eat it, guess what? You're not eating.
Yeah.
I'm not setting the rule where you eat whenever you want. It's food is served now, you eat, you don't eat, khalas, next day, tomorrow, habibi, catch yourself then. And I'm not feeling bad about it, right?
That's good parenting. I can't do that, but
Thursday
good
night,
job.
and I also commend my kids, I started doing cleaning parties.
Oh yeah, put music on.
I put music on,
Yeah.
and they love that song. Qalbi bil Medina.
Oh, that's cute.
So I play that for them, and I got them these little $30 like real vacuums, and they all vacuum. They're all
Dysons?
doing a roll.
Oh,
They
that's
actually
good.
work?
By the
That's
way,
good.
kids like to enjoy.
They like love
join
it.
work,
Yeah.
and I feel like they're doing something.
Kids just want to be involved.
Yeah.
It's really
Right,
They
all
do,
it is.
and like, you see them like my little 2.5-year-old. He's like, ما بيعمل شيء بس
They just want to feel involved.
How cute.
right? And then I'm like, hey, who's making cupcakes? I teach them how to crack eggs, even though the shells end up. But I'm involving them, and they're like, slowly I'm going to survive this. I'm like, I can't survive. I'm doing everything myself.
Same thing with the laundry. Yeah, like I'll put the music on, and my son will help me at least take it out, put it in the dryer. Like it's just we got to make this fun, or it's not going to get done.
It's not going to get
Exactly.
each person handle it by his own.
Yeah.
Wallah,
And
yeah.
something is, I do think that something is going to be lagging. You have to make peace with that. If you want to be a career-driven woman, you have to make peace with, okay, but my house is probably not going to be as clean as I'm used to it.
Right.
My laundry is not going to be done like it usually is done, but I feel so much happier now.
But maybe at that point, you start outsourcing.
Yeah.
Even though I'm a firm believer, you outsource. Like no one's ever going to clean your house the way you're going to clean your house.
Yeah.
Like no one's going to take care of your house the way you're going to take care of your house.
Right.
I do believe that.
Like if I keep my laundry like couple hours a day, it's okay, nothing's going to happen.
Yeah.
But if I leave my job, something's going to happen.
It's true.
There's something important, there's something more important. So
Yeah.
this I can take care of it next. But this is
Absolutely.
That's a good point.
there's أولويات في شيء مهم في شيء أهم. يعني إذا تموا الغسيلات أو لبكرة nothing's gonna happen.
Right.
بس إذا ما رحت على schedule, my appointment, I didn't do this.
Yeah.
But something's gonna change. So that's why like my son like هلا بتقولي إنه teenager هلا وقت البنات والشباب والطلعات والهيك قلت له ماما you have your own career now. قلت له going out, girls, clubs, everything. This is a river, goes all the time, non-stop. But your career, if you went back, it's not going to happen. Take care of your study, college, career, have your own money, your own business. Everything's going to come to you. You don't have to go. So this is not non-stop. This is non-stop. But this is, you're going to have trouble if you stop, if you was lazy, if you have. So دائما بقول لهم دائما بالحياة في أولويات وقت بتمشي هيك تعرفي في مهم وفي الأهم.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
She has so much wisdom, mashallah.
Mashallah. That's so helpful. Also, it made me think of like, even when I was a stay-at-home mom and like, what got to me the most was not being able to catch up with even house chores, or like the dishes were always full and I couldn't do it all day. And if, God forbid, there's a dish in the sink, it would drive me crazy. But then I finally made peace with it. I'm like, you know what? Who is coming to look in my sink? Who is coming to check my tables or to like look under the, in the drawers? Like, that's just me. That's in my head. That's how we were raised.
Yeah,
That is how we are raised.
Perfect.
Yeah, this is we used to.
Right?
Like my daughter, she's, Mama, who's going to come home? Stop cleaning, stop. I say, I feel like I like to be everything.
Yeah.
I have everything clean, everything set up. You're my guest, Belon. You're my guest. I'm not going to wait somebody to knock the door. I like everything to be nice, perfect, smell nice.
Oh, and that's the thing. If you picture yourself, like let's say if Prophet Muhammad ﷺ knocked on your door and you entered your house, would you be happy to present your home?
Oh, that's funny.
That is something that I try to keep in mind. Like this is why I do the cleaning parties. Every Thursday night we have a cleaning party.
Oh, that's good.
Like, and that's the reset for the week.
There's this,
and like I do everything.
Isn't there a saying like keep your house clean like you're expecting guests, keep your soul clean like you're expecting death?
المثل بالعربي
I like that. I love that. I never heard that
بالعربي
before.
بيقولوا غسل وشك ما بتعرف مين ببوسه ونظف بيتك ما بتعرف مين بدوسه.
So many good sayings. Being an Arab gives you a lot of wisdom. Honestly, it does. Yeah, and you get.
Well, no, but you know,
a good saying.
بالعكس, even though like again, the having it all part of the stress of the household. And I do genuinely, like when I cook a meal for my husband and my kids and they like it, like I do feel a sense of joy, like inside of me. I feel so
nice.
good. Like, Habibti, you liked it? Like, tikra ma'yunik, you know,
So
I'll make it
rewarding.
again.
Yeah.
I do feel good about it. But I get that pressure of like, I don't want to cook every day. I don't want to do this every single day. It's exhausting. It's like legit exhausting.
3 times a week. And the rest just cook for 2 days.
Yeah. That's good.
Well, now on a Sunday, I try. I don't really meal prep, but I try to prepare things so I can pull out of the freezer, like atza pomel. You know how I love atza pomel. Do you guys know what atza pomel is?
Atza pomel.
It's like it's a lentil soup, but it's more on lemon. It's like a lemony based.
Yeah.
It's like atz pomel, meaning it's
Atza pomel.
Yeah.
Oh,
I love
pomel.
Yeah, so it's like a little lemony lentil soup.
Yum.
I make it and then I freeze.
I didn't know you could freeze adas.
Well, yeah. I blend it. I puree it, and then I blend. I freeze it, and then when I want to, I just take it out. Boom, and then Zayn's like, "Mommy, I love this. What can I?" I'm like, "Delicious." So I have to find these ways. أصير شاطرة, you know, زي بتصير خليكي شاطرة, خليكي
بيت
متقلة كثير, بس يعني إن شاء الله you're gonna help me with that. You're gonna come over. لا, look, اعملي هيك واعملي هيك.
But you see, that's so hard mentally. Like if you're working and then you're worried about your kids and then you're worried about meal prepping and then you're worried about the grocery shopping that goes with it. It's just, it's really a lot. So draining mentally.
I would say, ابني بيقول لي ماما ما عاد طبختي مثل الأول, ما عاد عملتينا. قلت له هذا كان زمان. قلت له no.
Yeah. That's when I had a lot of time on my hands. Not anymore.
Yeah, not anymore. I don't have time. قلت له when I have time, I did everything perfect. يعني ضميري ما بيأنبني. But now, okay, that's it. You know.
But as someone who did things perfect all the time, you made peace with it now that it's okay. You can't do it all.
Yeah. Well, listen, I think at the end of the day, the cultural pressure is definitely there, but you got to do what's best for your family.
Yeah.
Like you set and this is, I guess, where the woman's role can step in. Like you are the maneuver of the household. Like you get to set what is right. Like, hey, I'm not cooking every single day. So you guys got to either figure out Wednesday night, Friday night, and then I will, prep something on Sunday. Like these are my rules.
That's good.
You're still being fed. It's not like I'm not neglecting, but I'm just not going to be like someone from back home. And if that's the expectation, it's a completely different ball game. I know it's not who I am. And remember, it goes back to when, especially for people, we're raised here and we're from like Syria or from Palestine, wherever. We're not too much from Middle East and we're not so much American. We're somewhere in the middle. And we are the third generation or whatever, third culture kids, whatever you want to call us.
Yeah.
It is hard. We're not fully from either side. And people who judge us, like from back home, like, كيف هالنسوان شو صار لهم هيك كيف هيك بيعملوا? Like you're not understanding our struggles going to American schools here where you're being taught one thing at home. You're being taught one thing at home, but then you're going to school and it's a completely different ballgame.
Learning the habits of your mom, unlearning everything we grew up with, and now you're teaching yourself something completely different. What works for you?
Exactly.
You have to adapt to where you are. And a lot of people who are looking into, like they have to understand this is a whole different country. We are adapting with time. If the people here that are judging us don't like it,
what about others?
Yeah. Like, but this is life. This is life here. You have to adapt to it. If you don't like it, just like.
Like, mashallah, they're working, they're happy, but we're running all the time. They don't see you when you run. They see you when you success, but they don't see you the background.
There's the struggle behind it, how to get there.
They don't see how.
Like sometimes people will be like, "Oh my God, you just have it all together." I'm like, I actually don't.
You don't. Like, you don't see what's going on in the background.
I'm like, you don't see my struggles every day.
You don't want to come look in my drawers at home. Trust me.
No, it's a constant struggle. Well, I'm this whole year, 2025 / still continuing 2026. I was all about decluttering, so I'm still in the process of just decluttering. And the more stuff I declutter, the more stuff I have. Then there is this whole. This could again be another topic. But this the idea of overconsumption, just having all these things that you don't need, they're just taking up space.
So overwhelming.
It is very overwhelming. It's so overwhelming.
I filled up like 6 bags of clothes to donate. Like, what? I don't need it. And
we don't need it. That's the thing.
It's just so much. I have so much stuff in my drawers in my house, and it's like you're right. It's overconsumption. I don't know why we think that we need it, but it's also
keep it.
psychological at the same time.
That's why now I'm like, I don't care about the big house. I don't care about the big car because it's all psychological. The more money you make, the bigger the car you get, the bigger the house you get, the more stress you get. I know it's so much.
More money, more problems.
Yeah,
it is true. When you have more money, more problems.
Yeah.
That's why it's like now I'm like, and I'm happy. Give me like a 2-bedroom or 1 bedroom. I will.
You genuinely do. You said that so many.
I genuinely do not want no because I don't know if I shared it with you guys. My husband bought us like this huge house, right?
Run.
It's three bedrooms, four bedrooms, 3 bathrooms. I'm like, I'm exhausted. Like, well, why?
Much work, yeah.
Why? I don't even visit like at least 60% of the house. Like, so I said, get rid of it. I don't want it.
Yeah.
And it was causing so much stress. I had so much, when I'm a person, I have a lot of anxiety, but I hide it very well.
Okay.
And I actually, I have been diagnosed with generalized anxiety. I have a lot of anxiety, but I will not be medicated. I don't believe in medication. And I just have to keep functioning. So the only thing I can do to control it is minimize what's happening in my environment.
Yeah.
And that's what's adding the stress.
But you're decluttering physically around you, but you don't realize it. It's also decluttering your mind. So
Yeah, well, when I see a clean closet, I don't see a lot of
good do you
clothes.
feel
I feel
after
good. I'm
you-
like, alhamdulillah, I don't need this.
It feels so good to get rid of it.
عندك السكرتون تحط له few pieces. I'm like, we really don't need it. You know what's also interesting historically? That we now today as women or families, we spend more time with our kids today than we did back in the days.
How?
Isn't that weird? But it's true. It's actually true. Yeah. We are now there's a lot of pressure on us to have more meaningful bonding moments with our kids.
All right.
Whereas historically, it used to be that families, the time that they spent together, the bonding was through chores or through tasks as a family. Like let's just say, lo عندك, I don't know, an olive tree company or an olive oil company. Somebody's getting the oils, the olives, somebody's pressing them, somebody's making so it was like a family affair.
Yeah.
And that was how they used to do things back in the days.
That's
Now-
why no one ever talked about their feelings.
Probably.
That's why our
They don't have
moms
time.
never talk about
They're making soap. They're making olive oil.
They're too busy. They're too busy making things.
No, but it's true. That was like their
That makes a
bonding,
lot of sense.
the bonding time was around chores. Like that's what family. Everybody had a responsibility, and kids had a role.
It's so taboo to talk feelings in an Arab household. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't know what
It's so
that
taboo.
is.
It is.
To sit and speak and talk about your feelings with your parents. It's just, I don't know.
Well, it depends. I mean, I interviewed somebody yesterday. Her family is very supportive, and they encourage her to talk about her feelings. She's only 20 years old.
Well, that's great for her.
An
Yeah.
episode.
It is. We're evolving now.
Yeah.
Things are changing now.
Well, they're from
After our
Saudi,
parents came
Saudi
here.
Arabia. And it's, I would think like over there, definitely
Yeah.
you're not allowed,
No.
you know, like you're not allowed to like look.
Could she dress how she wanted to?
She said yes.
It's all propaganda that we're fed, though. About
Yeah,
all the
it's
other
just this
countries.
idea. Yeah. And she's a Christian. She's like, no, I love their adi, yani. It's
Wow.
like, I do what I want. So it was actually a completely different ballgame. Yeah. But again, I'm sure you'll meet somebody who's like complete opposite, you know, maybe they have different expectations if they know you're a Muslim woman.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm sure if, let's say if we travel to Egypt and I don't know if they know we're Muslim, but like my friend isn't Muslim, they probably will not bother my friend. They will have certain expectations of me as a Muslim woman, probably like that I should be doing things according to some sort of custom.
That's what's happening here in America.
Yeah.
I mean,
We're all getting judged for everything. Everything's judged.
well, listen,
Everything is haram.
Don't care. Do whatever you feel like.
Don't
and that's
care.
it.
yeah, like
You have limits.
The haram police.
Don't go up your limit. You're good.
They'll be in
That's
your
it.
comments pretty soon after
that's
this
it.
episode.
Well, the
Everybody's gonna
haram police are
comment.
everywhere.
Yeah, so خلاص,
mean,
until you're satisfied what you're doing, don't care about nobody. I don't listen to nobody. And I know what I'm doing. I'm happy. I'm not hurting nobody, so nobody can judge me.
انت mind your business.
Yeah,
Listen, the thing is, at the end of the day, you have to look yourself in the mirror, and you know,
that's it.
you truly know from inside whether you're a good person or
Good
not, if
person
you're
or
doing
not,
right by others. And
Right, exactly.
you have to live with yourself.
Yeah.
So who
Whatever
cares?
you do, people, they judge. So don't care about it.
so if
they judge whether
They
they
have
have
nothing
nothing
to
right
do.
or doing
They
something
just-
wrong.
But في عالم, like they think because like they practice religion a certain way that immediately it makes them better Muslims.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, like if you, I mean, listen, you saw some of the comments from my last video. Like I'm like so disappointed and disgusted that Muslim men are commenting.
Yeah.
Like somebody called us a prostitute.
I know.
And I responded. whoever this
I tell
douchebag
them,
is.
come on the show.
Yeah, well, I told
Yeah,
this-
right. They'll never
I
face
told,
it.
but
Come
I
on
told
the
this
show.
douchebag, I'm like, even if I was, you couldn't afford me. Like if I was, like, like, are you out of your mind? Like, what's wrong
But
with you?
how do you get to the point where you really don't care?
You just don't care.
Because that's what I'm getting out of you right now. Like you're just, what do we care? Like why do we give them so much attention?
Yeah.
Like what do we care?
No, I don't care. I
لو
just get
بتشعلي لهم
surprised.
10 نحن بقولوا لك لو بتشعلي ال10 nobody's satisfied. I was very careful.
We all
person.
were very careful.
بعدين nobody care about you. You
Yes.
care about them. شوفي وقت بتعطيهم زيادة وقت تهتمي فيهم they're not gonna care. Just ignore them.
Or you do good. And the moment you do something for yourself, you become the arch nemesis of the Arab community.
Well, it's this thing, and they're like, you're selfish. You're picking yourself over your kids.
Oh
like,
yeah.
What?
I got that so much.
Like if I'm like, you don't understand. If I'm doing something again for myself and I'm having meaning in what I'm doing, there's meaning in what I'm doing.
Yeah.
my kids they're going to get a happy mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know how many kids are Arab kids whose mothers stay home who get the shit beat out of them all day because the moms are miserable and they can't they can't manage their emotion because no one's there to support them and talk to them.
Nope, they're lonely.
طلعوا بولادهم they just beat their kids up all day.
انت شوفي انت المين وان انت اذا كنتي miserable the family is going to be miserable. انت the main
This
one.
is so true. I'm sorry to cut you off.
انت
but
بالبيت وقت بتكوني
true.
قلبي خلقتك وتعبانه the whole house is
Yes.
like turn off the light.
Yes.
Exactly.
You're happy, everything's going to be happy. You're not happy like أنا هيك أوقات في مثلاً we all fight with the husband وقت في هيك بحس حالي متضايقة بتلاقي everybody just
Walking on eggshells.
happen. يعني sometimes like يعني مثلاً بنكون بالبيت like there's have like we're not together في there's fight but I don't show my face I don't want the house to be miserable so I'm always smiling I'm always make them ما
make them
بدي البيت
comfortable,
يتضايق خلاص I'll do it myself like just يعني ما لازم تحسسي الولد انه دائما there's fight there's هي ليه انت بحالك احسن لاني شوفي الولد بعمره ما بينسى انا I have couple memories in my life between my mom and dad الله يرحمه still like feel like why did that happen هلا بيتم ببالي لحظات مثلا arguing or anything الولد ما بينسى مشان هيك you have to make it clean happy as much as you can وخصوصي الولد بأول سنين عمره كتير يعني الولد عم يتكون فإذا ما أعطيتيه هالشي الصالح الحلو القوي بتتزعزع شخصيته بتلاقي ناس ما عندهم ثقة بحالهم بتلاقي ناس في ضعف في خوف هذا كله منين بيجي من البيت من البلاوي اللي قاعدة بالبيت من الخناق من العياط من قلة الشخصية من في بيوت كتير miserable كتير يعني هالناس اللي عم يطلعوا السارق القاتل الهاي بيقولوا لك ليش هو هيك هو ما خلق هيك هو تربى هيك طلع ببيئة هيك في ناس حواليه ما اهتموا فيه أنا بعرف تركت 4-5 أولاد صغار 4-5 سنين she when she get married she divorced the husband she want to have her own life why أنت أخذتي هالولاد بدك تتحملي مسؤوليتهم أنا كان عندي 3 أولاد إجتني كتير فرص اتركهم امشي وروحوا سافر أمون يعني بابا الله يرحمه اجى لعندي على البيت قال لي يلا let's go قلت له no me my kids قال لي no kids only you I said no I won't leave my kids one of these days when my she grew up my girl كنا قاعدين بسهرة قالت لي no mama I remember my grandpa when he told you like let's go with him and you say no I won't leave my kids so she started crying she said if you leave us I will never let you see me again in your life I will never forget شو بقول لك الكيدز ما بينسوا أي شيء
of course yeah
so مشان هيك كتير لازم كل الأمهات إذا حد عم يشوفنا أنتوا ربوا أولادكم بطريقة صحيحة لا تخلوا شوفوا صراعاتكم بين المرأة والرجال leave aside you have door lock it do whatever you want أنا عندي people I know طول عمري بحسهم they are the most happiest husband and wife بتقلي I'm so disaster I have I never felt it I don't like nobody felt it I have my room سكر على حالي أنا وياه بالغرفة بنحل خلافاتنا بس نحن قدام الأولاد والعائلة we're very happy شوفي أولادهم شوفي نفسياتهم شوفي العيال اللي فتحوها شوفي الأبواب وقت الولد بيعيش يعني مثل أنت بتربي تربة زرعة بتربي صالحة شو بتطلع أشجار مثمرة أوقات بيكون بالعكس
But what you're saying I completely agree I think there has to be respect for both parties right so you don't let the kids feel it but now you'll have kids and you'll have men and women they degrade the other parent in front of the kids you know and there's like شوف أمك شو عم تساوي شوف أمك هيك غلطانة وأنا شفتها in Syrian families
حتى بيتقاتلوا they throw things أنا سمعت أنه بيتقاتلوا قدام الأولاد بيشلفوا I said she shocked me وحياة الله يعني سمعت قصص
مستوى واطي بالصراحة يعني
واو يعني هيك أولاد وبتشوفي عن جد بتشوفي الأولاد بتشوفي الفلاتان بتشوفي قلة الاحترام أوقات أنا مرة في واحد ولد عم يضرب أمه قدامي قلت له how can you do this بس أنا وقت عاشرت الأم كانت عم تشتغل معنا she deserves it she's very bad mom يعني تخيلي الحقد اللي جواته قديش ما عاد عنده قدرة أنه يصبر يخليه بالبيت قدام الناس صار يضربها ويشدها
واو
البيت الأكل بالبيت معفن عم تعطيه بتجيب صاحبها على البيت بتجيب شو بدك ولد يطلع بهيك تربية شو بدك إياه يكون صالح من بده يجي هذا شو بده يساوي بكرة بحياته بمرته بأولاده شلون بده يربي يعني عاش على الوساخة وعاش على قلة نظافة من كل الجهات شلون تتوقعي هالولد يطلع طويل لسان ما بيدرس everybody's complaining on him of course برجع بقول it's not his fault حرام هو صغير بس شوفي البلاوي اللي وراه. Nobody
But you have a lot. Hey, this is the generational, like, what's the term I'm looking
Trauma.
for?
Generational
trauma that just
cycles that
they're
we
not
need
being
to break.
dealt with,
We need to be the ones that break it, and that's what you're doing. You're breaking that generational.
But so and I know, like for you, I can only imagine your house is immaculate, and I sense that انت ما شاء الله عليك.
Yeah.
So how do you manage it? Like, obviously you're very successful, and you're out there, you're doing your thing every day. I mean, I know your kids are older now, but how did you manage all of it to keep a clean home and structure it in a way that
now والله before
both. It's both, yeah. Give some insight, some nuggets for us.
هلا في معهم الصبح ببعتهم على المدرسة I clean up I cook مكتو إنه بس يجوا المدرسة يلاقوا كل شيء نظيف ومرتب بدرسهم بحممهم بقعدهم نقعد نحكي بقول لهم شو صار معكم بالمدرسة. أنا عندي 3 أولاد الحمد لله. I never felt I raised kids. They're my friend. لهلا وقت بيقولوا لي أولاد بقول لهم بسم الله ما شاء الله لهلا I don't have kids I have friends I have 3 friends. We're family we're gathered ما بنتخانق كلياتنا بنفهم بعض كلياتنا السيركل. نحن بقول له ماما نحن دويرة we have to إذا ما كنا مع بعض يا بنغرق يا بنطلع إذا انكسرت we're gonna go down so always we have to be like this stuff حتى نقدر نطلع كلياتنا. فدائما ما في حقد ما في زعل ما بخلي حدا يتزعل من الثاني. دائما peace in the house حتى لهلا هلا أنا عندي فيس تايم مع الأولاد كل يوم صبح ومساء we have to talk بنخلي كلياتنا حياتنا مع بعض. بقول له ماما حاكي أخوك okay your friend is good بس أخوك بيحبك أكتر من so دائما خلوا family inside. عرفتي دائما خلي surrounded with the right people. دائما خلي حياتكم. هلا أنا برجع من الشغل برتب يعني قلت لك أنا بابا توفى الله يرحمه تركت بيتي قعدت مع ماما برجع بالليل بنظفها برتب الخزن برتب كل شيء. يمكن أنا رب العالمين أعطيني باور زيادة بحس حالي يعني بطريقة حكي حركتي بحس حالي بغلي أنا عرفتي. فما بقدر برجع ما بقدر إذا تختي نظيف مرتب دروجي كله have to be organized. في الصبح بنظف برتب بظبط بعدين بحمل حالي وبروح. I can't بحس حالي شيء بيوجعني من جوا.
No, I know. أنا بيوجعني بس I don't get the urge to.
أنا my daughter
that's fine.
I tell you mama fine I can't
I know
mama it's okay but I can't. رب العالمين كل واحد طبع الواحد خلق وأنت بتقدري غيرك ما بيقدر. الدنيا لازم تكون هيك كل واحد طبع.
And I كمان I have this guilt because when obviously I have 2 small kids and when I am obviously I'm a career woman and I was always raised I guess to just worship my career more than anything. But dropping them off at daycare, no one tells you that is one of the most difficult days of your life to drop your infant off at a daycare. It's like I can still remember the feeling that day. But the way I compensated for like me having a career is I slept next to them every night. I let them sleep with me. So I was all about co-sleeping and that was me making up the time, the 7 hours I was away from them during the day.
I believe in
which made it so that I wasn't really sleeping as well. So I was tired. And then I'm waking up at 5 o'clock. I wake up like 5 o'clock every morning. And then for me, I can just speak of my experience, my parents, and like my dad, who I never saw him. But I know he was the guy who was working, bringing in the cash. My mom, no, I really shouldn't say this, but أنا ربيت حالي بالآخر, I'll leave it at that.
Okay.
And I raised myself. I love my mom and I respect that woman. And I know she's been through a lot in her life. She will never tell me what she's been through in her life, but I've heard stories here and there of the traumas she's experienced, but she'll never admit it. But ultimately, أنا ربيت حالي. That's the way I look at it. I had to just change my mindset. I had to and I am breaking generational trauma or generational abuse. I refuse to repeat the cycle. With my daughter, I'm empowering her. I'm not putting her down. And then for me growing up, I was put down a lot. It's just like you have, yes, education was definitely, get educated. But it's also when I was studying, I would be interrupted because I had to go make coffee or I had to go clean or I had to go do something else. So I'm like, it's mixed messages here.
Yeah.
Like when I was in high school, Salma, when I was thinking about colleges, I was ready to go to Princeton. Like that's how academically driven I was. And I knew I could handle the work. But because ما حدا اهتم فيني, nobody gave a shit. I didn't do it. I didn't present. I was like, I don't even know where I'm going. Like,
I mean, like not for nothing, but like I applied to the high school by myself in 8th grade. I did that application by myself. Going, junior year when you're applying for these colleges, I applied to the colleges by myself. Like my parents didn't even know it was time to apply for colleges. Like it was just something I did.
You're left alone.
Yeah, and like I had to choose. Like when I got my acceptance letters, I didn't go to a single college to check it out. So like when I made my choice, I just decided based off of what was the closest to me. Rather than, which one would like serve me best, like academically or whatever.
Yeah.
Same thing with FAFSA. Like FAFSA, I submitted all of that like on my own. My parents didn't even know that was like a thing. They just like, like there's no, as much as they emphasize like go to school, get your education, do all the right things that you need to do. There's no,
they don't know details.
And I don't blame them. I have
There's
no blame.
Resources.
Yeah, I have no blame towards them, and I don't feel any type of way. But like, those are things that like, I kind of had to figure out. I was 13 in 8th grade, having to apply to my high school. So like I did that at 13, then 16. So like I'm younger than everybody in my grade, so I'm always. Like I graduated early and all that. So like at 16, I was the one applying to these colleges by myself. 17, I had to decide what college I needed to go to and apply to the FAFSA. It was just like, it's weird, but I guess it does definitely develop like your character, I guess, in a way.
Yeah. No, it does,
As much as, I wish I had character development in other ways.
Absolutely.
I wish I wasn't forced to develop my character in such a way. It is what it is. Like,
are your parents from here or they're from back home?
No, from back home.
Oh, okay. So I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like even like my parents don't even speak English. So everything. So I speak Arabic, but my Arabic is not 100%, right? I came here when I was born here, sent back there, and then came back here first grade.
Okay.
So like my Arabic is only from like the first 4 years of my life.
You don't remember.
And so it's been fine because I use my Arabic with them every day in the house. But there's definitely language barrier because even now with like what I do for work, even the podcast I'm here today, don't necessarily understand.
This is something like, and I think also like with families who come from overseas to come here, ما عندهم resources. Like هن بيقولوا مثلا okay روحي على الجامعة روحي على المدرسة بس بيشوفوكي to the system وكأن the system تربيكي يلا دبري حالك. But you're like, no, you need to be asking the right questions. But that's why at one point I want to put together a resource where even we can do videos like, hey, if you're an immigrant coming here from another country, this is what you need to do. These are the questions you should be asking for housing. These are the questions you should be asking for schools, and have someone to advocate for them. Because I don't think enough resources are here for families, which is where I think also the other problem, because like you, I had to interpret letters. I had to translate. And I'm like, dude, like, I just want to be a kid.
Yeah,
I just want to be a kid.
Even when like mail would come to the house, they would always be like, hey, can you read this mail to me? And it'd be like important documents. And I'm like, how the hell am I supposed to translate this to you in Arabic, right? Like, how am I supposed to get the thought across to you and then have you relate back to me to be able to fill out the paperwork? Like, it's just like, it's
أضحكم القصة when أنا وجيت لهون إنجليزي مو كان كتير كويس. أنا كنت بسوريا. I was going to school in Syria, so I'm learning Arabic. And then I come here, but اجت رسالة في البريد قالت لي ماما قري لي هاي. قلت لها for my sister. قلت لها بقولوا you have to go in there, they're going to be taking pictures, right? So my mom shows up to go take pictures with my sister, but the letter was just informing them that like the news was going to be there taking pictures of the kid, not that the parents had to show up. so
the barrier.
But I'm like, I'm only 8 years old. Like I don't even know the language fully. Like, why are you putting this pressure on me? They made fun of me for it.
Honestly, going back to your question about kind of breaking that generational, I don't know, the cycle. Yeah, the generational cycle. I think as a parent now, I understand that you want the best for your kids. And I think our parents, they genuinely wanted the best 100%. For us. They just didn't know how with what they had. And they were fresh into this country. So they wanted us to have the best and the best while still instilling what they were raised with. And that's where it's
disconnect.
The disconnect comes in because now we're around a whole new group of people, different values. We're growing up around with different values and we just want that. But at the same time, we also want to make our parents happy. But I think they just learn to adapt and you learn to adapt because at the end of the day, you really genuinely just want your kids to be happy, healthy, and have a good life. And at some point, you just got to let them be. You got to let your kids go.
I want to say one thing about this. I just watched a TikTok video about this guy was saying how, us, the younger generation, we have this mindset of, I can't believe no one in my family, in my long list of family, no one has ever done something to break, generational curse and be the rich one or be the successful one. And now it's on me to do it. And he was saying that's a bad mindset because our parents left everything they once knew to come to America, to sacrifice everything, to give you the life that they couldn't have. And he was saying like they did break that generational, whatever you want to call it.
And then the rest was up to you now.
And now they've brought you to a place that has every single resource possible.
Yeah.
Do something with it. So like, yeah, we might feel like we are the ones to do this, but really it's our parents who paved the way.
It's not easy. Yeah, hop and leave.
That's why I don't
A whole new country, like that's scary.
I don't blame my parents for anything where they like ever lacked in or, you know, felt short in, just because there's nothing I could ever do in my life that would ever make up for the things that they sacrificed and the things that they gave my siblings. So yeah, there's, like, yeah, there was that character development when I was younger, but they did the best
and compassion for them because
they did the best that they could with what they had.
Absolutely. That's where I think for me, forgiveness comes in. Like, you know, my mom wasn't there for me the way I needed a mom to be there. But I also, like I said, I love my mom.
Right.
I would defend her to the death of me.
Yeah.
And I forgive her for a lot of things. I know she did not know.
Forgiveness is good. It's really good. Yeah.
Well, that's why I'm going to survive this, because if I'm going to keep like, why me? Why did this happen? I say alhamdulillah, because I'm pretty badass, and now I know how to. I'm the how-to girl.
Yeah.
It's very easy to fall in that victim mindset as well. That woe is me. It is a very, very, very toxic way of thinking.
Exactly.
And if you think like that and you get stuck in those thoughts, you will never move forward.
In the past.
Yeah. Even
it's gonna go down. It's gonna take you back.
100%.
Just keep up. Just keep up.
Yeah.
Do something about it instead of complaining. I can't stand people who are always complaining.
Life isn't happening to you; it's happening for you.
Do something then.
Find that resolution. Don't let لاقي الحل. لا تفكري خلاص whatever happened. فكري what are you gonna do next. That's it.
Yeah. What's next?
بيكونوا بيندبوا يا الله يا ليش هيك. Okay, relax. خلاص what happened. Leave it. Let it. Don't waste your time with that. Okay. روحوا وقتكم بالشيء لازم انتوا تساووا.
Finding the meaning.
Find the meaning why you was.
Well, now for women who are watching this, let's say to have it all in a healthy and sustainable way, what do we say to that? Like, what should they be doing?
I think genuinely, if you have that mentality where you think you could have it all or you want it all, just make sure you have a good support system, you know, before venturing out. Like, I think you really can't have it all unless you have a good support system.
Yes.
Because putting that kind of pressure on yourself is going to make you feel like you're lacking somewhere else, like your laundry isn't getting done, your house isn't getting clean. Have some support, and maybe you can have it all. It's possible. It's just going to be a struggle.
Yeah, I think, like I said before, I think you need to define what having it all means to you, and then having a little bit of grace to yourself along the way, because like, you know, there are times where you might fall short, or there might be times where like things get really hard and you might want to be hard on yourself for like, you know, not being able to do certain things. Have a little bit of grace, give yourself a little bit of, you know, empathy, and, you know, like Emma said, find that support system, have people who back you, and you'll figure it out eventually.
Anything you wanted to add to that, what it looks like to have it healthy and to have it all in a healthy and sustainable way?
دائما انت فكري بحالك. شوفي وقت بتكوني انت القوية وانت you can manage everything, you can control everything. انت اللي بتقدري تخلي الكل يساعدك. في دائما طرق انت بتخلي كل اللي حواليكي بأورجنايز. اوكي you are in the top. دائما مثل الشجرة اللي انت نمبر 1 بس إلك شروش. انت خلي everything around you. انت بدك تعطي طاقة لكل اللي حواليكي with love, with the support. They're gonna give it to you back. انت دائما be supporter to everybody. حاطي حالك بالناس السكسس، بالناس الإيجابيين يعطوكي طاقة. لا تقربي حالك من الناس الديزاستر people. لا تتفرجي بالناس الفاشلين. تفرجي دائما لفوق. خلي كل شيء يطلعك. شوفي تنزلي لتحت is very easy. Go down is very easy, but going up it's not easy.
Oh, I like that.
So, yeah, فدائما حاطي حالك بالناس اللي رح يطلعوا. اطلعي مع الطالعين، لا تنزلي مع النازلين. So this is دائما انت you start with yourself. بعدين كل شيء بعدين انت you have to be tough enough. تعرفي انت المين one what you gonna do. الكل بيصير حواليك بيعرف what to do after. So it's all about you. Be powerful, be smiley. وتوكل على رب العالمين. قولي دائما في الله بياخد حقك من كل شيء. لا تحطي بقلبك شيء. الهم والغم دائما في طريقة تاخدي فيها حقك. شوفي كل شيء بتاخدي nice way. شوفي كل شيء قدر علينا رب العالمين كاتبه، بس انت when you take it easy everything is different. لأن كل شيء أعصاب المجتمع والحياة كله بيساوي ضغط، كل شيء بيساوي تعب، بيساوي stress. So take it easy. Everything is gonna go down smoothly. You know, ما تخلي حالك قاسية تنكسري، ما تخلي يكسروكي. خليكي لينة مشان مين ما تناكي تنحني بس ما تطقي. So that's it. وبرجع بقول لك ما حدا بيتمنى الخير لحدا، أنت تمني الخير إلهم لرب العالمين يرد لك إياها. Be tough. I love you.
I love
surround yourself with powerful women like this.
I know.
And you get uplifted.
That's what I told her the other day. I said, you know, your advice, it's like, it's not judgmental. Like she can tell you, like, you know, you're looking at this wrong, but in such a nice and sweet way that it inspires you to actually want to make a change rather than people who are just like talking down to you and being condescending.
Yeah. And you're so right. It really does start with you. It starts with you. It starts with your mindset. It starts with how you think, you perceive those around you. And if you're a negative apple, if you're a rotten apple, you're going to, you know, it's going to spread.
Absolutely.
It's going to spread, yeah. يعني هلا مثل الدكتور بنروح عند دكاترة they're very nice. يعني إذا كنت تعبانة بنسى تعبي بروح عند الدكتور he's very famous he's very high بيقول لك 1 2 3 بيحطمني I will never go back to him. يعني شوفي الكلمة بتطالع الحية من جحرها يعني الكلمة الحلوة طالعة والكلمة البشعة طالعة. قال في مثل بيقول لك kill them with your kindness. يعني اقتليهم بظرافتك. قد ما كان عدوك وقح وحقير وهي قد ما أنت منيحة بيخجل من نفسه الواحد بعدين. why I'm like that. فكتير أوقات ناس بيكونوا سوري منك وقحين معي بس أنا كلمة واحدة بكلمة هيك بخجله من حاله أنا.
صح.
It hurts them so much more.
يعني why ليش ما عاد بيعرفوا شو بدهم يحكوا اللي قدامك انه يعني بيكونوا لقمة هيك فظين بس انا بكلمه واحده هيك بطبطب كلمه هيك بحسسهم هيك قدهم يعني عرفتي يعني بيكونوا جايين والله بيكونوا جايين يرموا سهم بعيني انا بكلمه واحده بنظره واحده بخليه يخجل بكسرهم كسر. يعني عن جد وقت بتكوني تو سويت هلا سوري منك بهالتلميذ
لحالك بتسيبها بكاينة
الدبا بيدبق الواحد بيخليكي ما you cannot control it. عرفتي؟ فبتخجلي من حالك أنتي صب إليكم. Okay. Just kill them with your kindness.
You feel so much better about yourself after too. I've tried to match. I'm sorry. I've tried to match bad energy before. It made me feel worse. And then I'm just like, oh, let me just.
Sometimes people need you need to like just put them in a place a little bit.
They really do.
Like
but it's like what she said. It makes you feel worse. And why?
The overall scheme thing, it doesn't matter.
Just be kind, be who you are, and move on. Because they're the ones who are stuck.
And when you're self-actualized, and I think this is one of the biggest things that people in our community lack, they do not self-actualize. They actually do not know who they are. You're self-actualized. You're self-actualized. You're self-actualized.
Define it.
No, self-actualized is knowing who you are and you're unapologetic about it. You're authentic. You're yourself. I remember it goes back to the Maslow's hierarchy of needs. That's what self-actualization is. You lead, you do everything. You have your job, you have your career, you have your kids, you have the love, you have the stability, and then boom, you self-actualize. I know who I am. And that's for me, I know who I am. And I'm unapologetic about it. You can get the really kind side of it. I'm a very kind person. I will be kind to anyone and I want nothing in return from people. But if you come across me a certain way, you will get my wrath.
Right.
Because I'm no punk. I'm definitely no punk. And I feel like this is a Jersey thing now. It's not like so much the Middle Eastern thing. you gotta put people in their place because you can't come at me crazy either. You know, I'm always open to hearing feedback. I always want feedback because I'm always looking to grow. But you can't come at me crazy either. And that's where it comes a Jersey girl comes in for me.
You know why?
Like, no, I will put you in your place.
You know why Arabs don't self-actualize? Because they're too busy. Worried about everyone else. They're too busy about everyone else judging them.
لو بيحطوا أنفهم بشغلهم كان صاروا شي شغلة هن كمان.
بس أقول لك
they like to put their nose in
everybody else's business and judging everybody else that they forget that they exist. What about you?
But that's where the jealousy factor comes in, which is a lot of women too, a lot of Arab women, ya Allah, how jealous they are of other Arab women, ya Allah.
Because they're sitting at home and they're miserable, they're mad.
No, but relax, some of them are successful. Like some of them are successful. They don't want success for you. They don't want success for you.
No one ever wants to see you doing better than them.
Like what the heck is this about?
I don't know why.
Except strong women, I would love to see you grow.
I don't know why. شوفي أنا دائما بقول لهم العالم كبير الدنيا بتوسع للكل مصاري للكل شوفي ليش بدك تاكلي شوفي رب العالمين عادل هلا الناس بيقولوا لك ليش نحن فقراء هدول اغنياء رب العالمين بينزل الرزق بالتساوي بس في ناس بتاكل ارزاق ناس هذا اللي عم يصير بس في ناس طماعين بياخذوا عن هدول طماعين والله انا بعرف ناس مثلا لما يكون بدهم يبعتوا مصاري لناس بيبعتوا ربع وبياخذوا هن 3/4 في ناس أنانية في جشع في طمع في خلص اتمني الخير لغيركم يا أخي خلي الناس يعني هالحروب اللي عم تصير كلياتها لو بيصرفوا هالمصاري على البيس والهالناس الميتة من الجوع كان الدنيا بألف خير. بس لا أخي، الحقد والغيرة والضغينة أنا دابحتهم كل واحد. اللهم أسألك نفسي أنا وايو بتكون غنية مع مصاري بتتفرج فيك هيك حبيبتي. أنا لا عم باكل من أكلك لا عايشة ببيتك، على شو شايفة حالك علي؟ go down والله بأمان. نفسي
humility being humble
يعني بتحسيها ماشية شي كان يعني أنا من أول ما أجيت
غيرة
like there's so much bigger than
men شبعانين بحياتهم and they can't help it, like why her, why not me?
that's
أنا
bad.
بعرف ناس أول ما أجيت، أنا أجيت على البلد ما معي سيارة، تميت 6 شهور أروح هاف كار. الحمد لله أخذت BM، هلا أخذت رانش حديثة. في وحدة أنا بعرفها من زمان في وحدة أول ما أجيت مع سيارة بتتفرج علي بتقول I don't know when you're gonna have your own. يعني بتحكي هلا بتعدي من جنبي she don't know what to say. At least I did it myself, not with your husband's money حبيبتي.
Damn right.
هديك مرة واحدة اشتريت سيارة لا somebody so قالت لي والله أنا اشتريت سيارة أحدث من سيارتك وأحدثها. قلت لها حبيبتي I did it with my money, not with his money.
There is nothing better than that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn right.
But hey, there's going to be a whole other topic, which by the way, we are going to have another panel discussion about jealousy in Arab women. That is a real thing. And I feel like there is something with Arab women, the way Rabyanin, and I see this more in Assyrian culture too, actually. I don't know. I didn't really see this much in Egypt. I don't really see this much around Palestinian women. But this thing, they have an inferiority complex. They do. They feel like they're inferior automatically when they're in a group. And it's so telling. Like, listen, I study behavior. I've been doing it 15 years.
Yeah.
You tell them what they say, how they speak, their body.
The way they carry themselves.
They're telling you. They're telling you without actually saying it. And I have mastered the art of how to read someone's body language and what they're saying. And you know exactly what their thought process is. بالآخر, to bring it all back to, that's a whole other topic we're going to have another panel for. But I want to bring it back to having it all. I leave you with the advice of be smart. This is the advice I was given. Be smart, think intelligently, make a list. What does having it all mean to you, right? Mm-hmm. Is it the family? Is it a career? Is it having an education? Whatever it is, there is no right and wrong. You decide what works for you. Screw what anyone else says. Screw what society tells you. بالآخر أنت بتعرفي نفسك. You know how you are with Allah. You know the connection you have. No one can interrupt that. No one can take that away from you.
100%.
Right? That's you and Allah. منك لربك. بالآخر. It's no one's business how you run your household. It's no one's business what career aspirations you have. It's no one's business what you want to do with your life. In the end, as long as you find meaning in what you do, that is what it's all about.
Yes, love it.
Don't give your ear to nobody. Yes. شرع. أنا بقول لهم you have لازم تكوني مثل السهم. يعني أنا الحمد لله.
سهم. I love it. That's the كلمة I learned. سهم.
I've been here for 6.
Arrow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I've been here for 6 years. I did something. A lot of people been here like 40 years. They did it. It's not about how long you've been here. What you did in these years.
صح.
فبقول لهم أنا بيقولوا لي هذيك المرة فاتت وحدة اللي عندي على المحل هيك هي حلبية عم تقول لي بعت لهم حمى شو بيغاروا منك شو بيكرهوك ايش بدأ. قلت له هو قلت له أرون كير قلت له أنا مثل السهم شلون بيجي مثل الصاروخ إذا بيوقف ثانية he fell down. إذا بدك تسمعي لفلان وعلتان وهي they don't deserve it. ما بخلي حدا ياخد ثانية من وقتي من مشاعري. They don't deserve it. Just ignore. لو بيستاهلوا ما كانوا حكوا. أنا أعطي وقتي دقيقة لبني آدم حكى علي. لو عنده وقت ما كان صار هيك. لو عنده وقت ما كان صار miserable عم يحكي علي. بس ما بيستاهل. كل حدا بيحكي عليك ما بيستاهل تضايقي حالك بكلمة. لو بيستاهل ما كان حكى عليك. خليه يكتروا. كل ما كتر حكي عليكي ثواب. قلت له أنا بدي أروح على الجنة بالزحليطة. خلي يعطوني حسنات الله يرضى عليهم.
Exactly. Collect your deed and come my way. بالآخر شو بقولوا من الأمس اللي بريدك ريديه اللي ما بريدك ديري وشك وادعي له.
يلا.
The ones who want you want them. And the ones who don't, just turn around and make dua for them. Like, just leave me alone. And you have to also, we're not, like, I think there's some fundamental truth we have to accept. We are not for everyone.
Nope.
Like, literally, I genuinely do not care if you don't like me. Like, I genuinely do not care. I love myself. That's what's important. I know what I bring to the table.
Take it
exactly. I know how I show up as a friend. I know how I show up as a mother. And let me tell you, I am a good-ass friend. I am a good-ass mom. And I know how I support the people who support me.
100%.
So that's what, you know.
Like, you think I'm so worried if I don't align with your values or what you like? Or what are they going to say about you if you dance in your videos? Like, do you think I care?
Like, I don't care.
I'm not trying to fit into a culture that's so worried about everybody else and what they think.
Yeah.
You know, I'm trying to break that stigma because that's all they do. They're so worried. And this one said this about you, and you can't do that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so like archaic.
live their lives.
Go live your best life. Go
so
go
bad.
do something. Have a bucket list of things you want to accomplish for yourself. I promise you. When عينك مليانة, you're not going to give a shit about the other little things.
I think that's why we are where we are.
Yeah.
Because
بس أنا ما شايفين. أنا الحمد لله. And I worked hard so I can see things. I've traveled. I've been to Vienna. I've been to Germany. I've been to Egypt. I've seen the world. Alhamdulillah. Like I'm many ناقصة شيء for me to sit there and look at you and be like, well, oh, شوفي هاي. لا بالعكس. I love you. I love what you're doing.
الله يشفيهم.
الله يشفيهم والله هذا بلا ما بينشفى الله يشفيهم.
People just spent half of the time that they spend talking about other people
and bettering themselves,
working on themselves. They'd be in a much better place.
Self-development. You know, I do offer sessions one-on-one. They can book a session with me. I'll help you get
free
there.
sessions for them.
I'll help you get there.
We'll be doing our community a service.
No, listen, I am.
المي وهي مي تعذبي حالك ماما.
I love it. I love
it. You know, your kids are so lucky to have you.
Yeah, mashallah,
so good to have
so
that.
nice.
In this community, it's so hard because like most of our parents really are worried about what everybody thinks. Like, you know, but that's not the way to live. It's really
it's also it's haram. It's عيب يعني. Like I know, let's say I'm with my daughter. When I'm with my daughter, she's like, "Mommy, why does this like look? Why does this person look like this?" I tell her, "Mind your business. It's not for you, Habibti. Don't worry about it.
That's good.
That's literally it's legit. Mind your business. It has nothing to do with you. Yanti malik. You be nice, hello, and then goodbye.
Yeah, just be a good person. Raise your kids to be kind people and to be successful. What are you going to care about what they're thinking about you or what they're saying?
مين بدك ترضي لا ترضي مين بدك تشوفي لا تشوفي شو بدك فيهم just
I also think, and I'm sorry to cut you off, but age has a lot to do with it. I think the younger generation is more impacted by what other people are saying. Like I'm sure a lot of Muslim Arab girls out there, or Arab girls generally speaking, non-Muslim, they feel that cultural pressure more. Right?
I can tell you I don't.
Well, I know. Salma, listen, you're my girl, Salma. I already.
I think
Alma's the future of the Arab
better.
woman.
I think it's getting better.
Inshallah, it's getting better because I know, like as a teacher, I've seen so many like of our kids struggle because like their parents, they don't know.
I'll tell you again though, and I hate that I keep repeating this, but it all comes back to you as a person and how you are personality-wise. Like there are people out there who just, they're sensitive. They don't know how to stand up for themselves. And they let every little thing bother them. And then there's other people who are a little bit more independent, a little bit more in the I don't care attitude. And not like I don't care about good things, but I don't care about the bad things. Like I don't care what you have to say about me. Yeah, and so you're a little bit more with your shakhsiyah is a little bit stronger, whereas there's people out there who, they're a little bit weaker in that aspect. So I think, again, it's just person to person.
Yeah.
It really is.
Absolutely. Yeah. But then I just think, going back to my point, like as you get older, you care less about what people say.
Yeah.
Because when you're younger, you care more about it. When you
experience.
I think also the more you go through, the more you go through,
the more challenges you face. And
then you realize, who are all these people? What do I care? Like they're not with me, supporting me. They don't
pay my bills.
They don't pay my bills. They're not helping me with my kids. They're not doing it.
They're adding zero value to your life, like legit. But think about how many like the young girls now who are getting married, they have all this stress to like have this big gourd, like this big wedding and a lot like at the end of the day, it does not matter. I promise you, these things do not matter.
You're not going to cut that out.
So Selma, when you get married, trust me, it's not about the wedding.
Oh, pause. Like, I'm going to pause you right there.
She's like, hold up, girl.
Hold on. I'm glad you brought this up. Because actually, I've told my mom this several times that when and if I want to get married, I'm not having a wedding. And that bothers her a lot. And I legit do not want a wedding. And it's because of the kal and kulna. Like I'm going to invite people I don't even speak to my wedding. For them to come judge. For them to come judge the wedding, come judge the dress, come judge the food, come like for what? And I don't even care about you guys. You guys are here just because of like our, my parents are inviting you guys. I would much rather, whatever money we're spending on a wedding, let's do that. Let's use that money to invest it in either a house, in a business.
Yeah.
Let's maybe put that away for like our kids' college fund, whatever the case may be. That money, I don't want a wedding with. And that like bothers my mom so much. But when we go to weddings and we come home and, you come home and you talk about the wedding. And I'm like, this is why. This is why.
That's why.
And I pinpoint it.
Yeah,
I pinpoint it so that, like, when I do bring it up again, she's not surprised. It's
See,
like,
they're getting smarter.
Yeah.
They really are. Salma, though.
I'm in my own category.
Salma's whole league. I'm telling you, this girl's a real deal right here.
اجوا تنتين عروس وامها اجوا لعنا اجوا كذا مره she's nervous بدها كل شيء perfect she's امها كمان she's يعني بتحسيهم عرفتي هيك عم يرجفوا عد ما اكلين هم الناس I don't want people to talk relax they're gonna talk if you did a lot they're gonna talk if they did a lot they're gonna enjoy it قلت لها شوفي those moments they're gonna go enjoy it قلت لها انبسطي بالشيء اللي عم تساويه بالشارع لا تاكلي هم الناس شو بدك فيهم انت مو مبسوطه مو مرتاحه they're gonna judge you both ways they're gonna judge you care they're gonna affect you why you care
Yeah, but I think the whole wedding thing is just getting so out of control. There's a lot of young couples that are just feeling the pressure. And at the end of the day, wallahi, it does not matter. I'd rather you guys go have a nice little intimate thing.
Dinner. Have some music.
Dinner. Wear a cute dress with a blazer and call it a day.
Close family.
I've never been that. You know how like there's girls out there who like think about this day since they were little.
I was one of those girls.
Oh my God, never, never for me. No, wallah. Like of course. Don't get me wrong. Like of course, I would love to have like a best friend and someone to spend the rest of my life with, but like I've never thought about or like fantasized about what kind of what kind of wedding I'm gonna have, what kind of dress I'm gonna wear. Like never. That's
Selma's like, what's wrong with me? Why am I not like every other
why am I not normal?
No, that's good.
Selma, in 9th grade, I used to take wedding magazines and I planned my entire wedding, like what the girls would wear.
It's actually so
and
funny.
I would imagine myself walking down the aisle, but like the guy, I didn't see his face. It would just be like the girls.
It didn't matter.
But I'm telling you, it's like I want to say it's kind of like a sickness in a way because it's not normal. It's not normal.
Well, I mean, it kind of is normal though, because like a lot of girls do have that like fantasy of what their dream wedding is and what kind of things that they want at their wedding. And it's like for me, I feel like the outcast because I'm on the other spectrum of that. Like,
but you're actually doing it the right way. I will tell you. I had to learn the hard way after we spent all this money, and in the end, it doesn't matter.
My mom thinks otherwise, though.
I know. My parents would think that way too. I have a little younger sister.
حلمهم من ما بتولد.
Of course.
بدي أشوفك بالبدلة البيضة بالهاي. إجوا تنتين عرايس فأنتوا الفلسطينيين عندكم رقصة التجلي. فالبنت عم تقول لها ماما ما بدي شمع ما بدي أرقص فيها وإلا الأم بدها تجيبها. بعدين أخذت البنت على طرف قلت لها حبيبتي من وقت ما ولدتي أمك ما عم تتخيلك غير حاملة هالشمعتين تفتري. Hurt you, bother you, it kills you. No. Make her dream
2 minutes.
true.
2 minutes, just dance with the candles.
It's not going to do nothing. يعني she did everything for you.
Just make it about your mom.
عملت لك بس احملي هالشمعتين.
But really, but today the weddings are for the parents. It's not for the groom and the bride. It's for the parents.
Yeah, بتلاقيهن الناس شايفين حالهم مبسوطين. Even like 70% it's family, not friends. يعني بيعطوكي للfriend like 25 card. The rest are family. Hi.
And then, again, it's people you don't even see or talk to.
I know you guys are in the wedding industry and you do that, but it is an unregulated industry and people get taken advantage of left and right. Like the workers, the brides, the grooms, like it's just like they're coughing up money left and right for things that really aren't that expensive.
Because in the Arab community, a wedding is really it's the celebration. It's the part of your.
من زمان كان بالبناية البيت وعلى تحط الكراسي.
هالعراس it's more show off who have money more.
That's what it is.
كل على الكريدت عم تحطوها عشان صح تضحكوا علينا. بتدفعوا على الكريدت وبترجعوا بتوفوها يعني والله يعني كتير show off. والله بيجوا ناس لعنا بدهم يكتبوا الانفيتيشن بدها الويلكم ink different color. The other one different ink color. They go through detailed very حرام يعني بدهم كتير why you wasting your time
because
nobody's gonna notice
it all goes back to
بدلون أفهم من هاد قلت لها حبيبتي بدهم يجوا بس يشوفوا السنتر بيس as is
a piece of paper they're gonna throw out
بدهم هاي الورقة تكون غير هاي الوردة relax man it's just the first look and that's it nobody's gonna see this is like
yes because it all goes back to the mentality of worrying about what other people think.
And they're going to leave there. They're like, the food isn't good. Ya haram, did you see her? She looks so unhappy.
And then they spent all their money on that.
شفتي هو امه هيك عملت. Like, it's just like,
شفتي شو لابسة.
بالعتها بالزور بس أخذتها هيك.
Did you see how much gold she had? She didn't even get anything. Like, oh my God, did you see her ring?
You're like a numbers person.
It's never ending.
Never.
we know people are faking the funk because when you actually look at the national debt and how much debt people are in, it doesn't match.
Do Arabs top it?
No, because numbers don't lie, right?
Women lie, men lie, numbers don't.
No.
Like at the end of the day, I'm not a numbers person, but like if you actually look at the national debt, we're all in trouble. Like we're all on the same boat, guys. No one's more better than anyone else. No one has more money than anybody else. You guys are broke. You're living on credit. Like we know it. And listen, I'm a victim of that. Listen, I needed to get my credit card debt in order. Like I had to fix my finances too. So I was definitely one of those suckers.
كان يجوا لعنا على الشام بتلاقيهم بيصرفوا بيتبعزقوا بدهم شايفين حالهم وقت يجينا هون على امريكا لقيناهم عم يشتغلوا بالمطاعم عم يجلوا صحون بيجوا بالكريدت بيقعدوا باحسن اوتيلات بيستاجروا احلى سيارات بيحطوا على الكريدت بيتبروزوا يعني بيطالعوا شيء ناقص فيهم قدامنا بيرجعوا على باك هوم they're working day and night روحي انبسطي بس ليش هيك هالشوفت الحال ليش هالبروازه خلص كل واحد
live within your means there's nothing wrong with that بالاخر
كل واحد يعيش عاده that's it يعني كل واحد الله عاطي كل واحد قدره وهو يقدر يساويها you can't go over limit you're gonna kill yourself this is me I can't do more than that that's it.
All right, ladies, so we reached the let's pop part, and I have 2 questions for everyone. And the first question is, what is one thing a woman needs to understand about herself before trying to have it all? What is one thing a woman needs to understand about herself before trying to have it all? For me, I'll go first. I think she needs to understand what she values. I think it's like what's important for her. Again, there's no right and wrong. What is important to you is a career, is a family. Again, no right and wrong. It's what's important to you. You got to sit down with yourself to figure that out.
I agree with you on that. I'm just going to piggyback with you. It's all about you. It's all about what matters to you. Like you said, it's subjective. It's all about,
yes, know your non-negotiables.
Know your non-negotiables.
No. Your negotiables versus your non-negotiables. Selma, we got to help you develop that list. Non-negotiables. And your negotiables.
I'll write the list for you.
I'm not worried about her at all.
Oh, no, I'm not. I'm telling you, this girl, like, mashallah yahmiki, ya Rab, Allah yahmiki. All right, one last question. What is one piece of advice you would give a woman, an Arab woman, who feels like she's falling behind in life? Because many of us do feel that pressure that we're not doing enough.
There's no such thing.
Stop being behind.
Why are you? What are you competing with? Who are you competing with besides yourself?
Go. Why
so you're saying go full force into your pursuit of your goals.
And stop looking like around you.
ليه تحكي حالك بالأخير اللي واقف قدام أحسن منك? No.
Nobody is better than you.
Just do it.
Just do it. Go. Don't watch. Go do it. لا تعدي تستني الناس ليساووا لك. ما حدا رح يساوي لك شيء. أنت طول ما أنت قاعدة والله بيخلوكي هيك تخمري. Nobody care about you. أنت care about yourself. Go run. اللي ساوى بيقدر بيساوي. اللي صار غني أنت بتقدر تصيري أغنى منه. اللي smart you can be smarter than him. Nobody's better than nothing. بس رب العالمين عاصي لكل واحد قدرة بالدماغ. ناس بتشغلها ناس ما بتشغلها. فأنت just create it. Do it. Run. Do this. You can do it. ما في شيء. يعني هلا مثلا بلا تشبيه مثلا بيجيبوا لك أغراض البيت مثلا طبخة whatever they're gonna cook. They're sitting. How the cook is gonna done if you're not move do this بدك تقومي انت you have to go run do this انت ترقدي بحالك انت تسارع بحالك everybody is busy كل واحد مشغول بحاله انت مثل ما هن مشغولين اشغلي حالك بحالك create things ما في شيء ما بتقدري تساوي لا تقولي ما بيطلع بايدي لا تقدري انا ما بقدر لا انا مالي احسن منك انت احسن مني بكتير you can do it عندك عقل عندك فكر عم باك دايز معنا تليفونات معنا سوشيال ميديا معنا هلا كل شيء متاح كل شيء
you can learn anything you can teach yourself anything
everything كل شيء no excuse for you to be losers you have no excuse no back days yes but now no تقدري تشتغلي من البيت بأي شيء بتقدري you can make money everything you can make money بس تقدري تساوي $1 you can make 100 you can make $1,000 that's it it's all about you
I agree.
I think Selma, you're saying more it's an illusion. It's a mindset thing.
No, I was trying to say like there's no such thing as like being behind because you're on God's timing. And so like you live your life. Your life is already written, okay? كل شيء مكتوب. So it's like what are you stressing about when your affairs are already being handled? Now
God got you.
God has you and you are on God's timing and things will fall into place as they're meant to, okay? And I 100% believe that. But at the same time, to go off of what she was saying is like, you can't sit home and cry about the fact that you don't have $1 million and you're not doing anything about getting closer to getting the $1 million. It's not just going to fall out of the sky. So yes, you are on God's timing. things are supposed to work out the way they're supposed to work out, but you need to also get up and move towards those things because they're not just going to fall. They're not just going to fall into your lap. So you got to put in the work, but don't have that like, don't add any unnecessary stress to your life by thinking you are behind. There's no such thing. And I've thought that too, you know, like when you're graduating school and you're figuring out like, what do I want to do with my career? Everybody's got a job already. I don't. What's happening? Like, it's just like such a bad mindset to fall into, and it just creates unnecessary stress. You need to just let go and let God. That's all I have to say about it.
Yeah, let God and let go.
I would genuinely say, I would tell this individual, like, what is stopping you? Focus on what's stopping you, or who. What or who are stopping you? Why would you let someone else, if someone is getting in the way, which usually is the case, why would you let them stop you? Like, why are they having that much power over you?
Why you make them keep you behind?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. Ask yourself.
You give them the reason to keep you behind.
Exactly. Yeah. So stop blaming. Yes. Stop blaming anyone else but yourself. If someone is stopping you, that's your fault.
That's your fault.
Why are you letting them stop you? Keep going.
Give them the chance for that, of course. Yeah.
All right, ladies, thank you guys so very much. We look forward to having you for the next panel, which is going to be.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you guys. Thank you. How do you guys feel about today?
We spent
pretty good
time. Yeah, I
feel
love
good.
it.
Okay, I think we added a lot of value.
We need to
I think it was such a good
conversation.
We really brought out a lot of good points.
And I love that we all have like literally we're living different different versions of like what it means to have it all. Like every single one of us. So
different generations too.
All right, guys. Again, we look forward to hearing from you at home, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.
Yay.